Hello, BookTube. Welcome back to AusBooks, where I'm talking about random Australian books I own, and we're marching forward towards the end of the 1800s now. I don't even know how long I've been talking about Australian books from the 1800s by this point. It's probably been, oh my god knows how long. But we're going to 1892 today to talk about a absolutely weird novel that no one ever talks about. Even I forgot about it for a long time because I read it, and then I thought, oh, that's weird, and then I put it back, and then I went back to it to do AusBooks because I think it deserves a mention, and that is the one, the only, the Germ Growers by Robert Potter. Again, this was published in 1892, and The Germ Growers is considered to be one of the first alien invasion novels like ever. This was published 6 years before the War of the Worlds, obviously by H.G. Wells, which is kind of wild to think about. But what's this Germ Growers about? So I'm gonna give you a quick breakdown of it, pretty much. But this novel follows two explorers named Robert and John, and they're exploring their way through Western Australia and all that stuff, and like all them. And then they stumble across this settlement of human-like people, and they turn out to be like creatures and aliens and all that, and they have really advanced technology. Like they have a cloaking device, they have big aircrafts and all that stuff. It's really cool to see. And what happens is that the aliens are collecting all these germs, such as tuberculosis and smallpox, and they're spreading these germs across Earth so they can wipe out all the humans, so they can take over the planet. And that's it's a bit of a cool plot. I like it. And so these two men get kidnapped by these aliens who turn out to be blob monster aliens. It gets really weird. And pretty much Robert and John have to figure out how to escape from these blob-like aliens that are spreading germs everywhere, and how to save the world, pretty much. And that's, I don't want to spoil it because it's wild, to be honest. Despite the fact I've been so like excited to talk about this book, it's not that good really. It's I've got mixed feelings because the premise of this novel is really interesting. I don't know why Robert decided to put this in the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere, Western Australia. It's There's also a really cool illustrated edition apparently that existed. I've never found that. I do think this is on Gutenberg because I did think I read it on Gutenberg the first time. And yeah, it's got such a cool idea. But what really lets this novel down for me is Robert Potter's writing. He can be so tedious at certain points when it comes to describing the technology, and just the pacing. Like, there's kind of not much to the writing, to be honest. And there's not much action scenes, which I thought was a bit of a letdown, and something that I think not Jules Verne, H.G. Wells, I don't think Wells ever read this novel at all, but I kind of like, I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, Robert Potter kind of lets his book down, to be honest. He had a great premise, let's just say that. He was also an Anglican minister in real life too, and there's some real weird religious overtones in this book, some bit of allegory about germs and the evilness of Darwinism. I kind of liked it because it's so over the top and not subtle at all. But if you didn't know that going in, it's really weird. And it's again, what do you mean to say? It's a great premise, but again, Robert gets in the way. I can definitely see how people may have read this novel at the time and took the idea of it, the premise, and just absolutely ran with it later on, especially when you think of like Invasion of the Body Snatchers and a couple other stuff like that, like The Thing and all that. But yeah, that's your AusBooks for today. A bit of a quick one, but just an absolutely weird book that I can't even imagine finding in person because it's so old. Yeah, The Germ Growers, a great premise, but let down with the writing a bit. But I still think you should check it out. It's not that long. And yeah, so go check out The Germ Growers. Have you read it? Tell me what you think about it. And yeah, and we will move on in AusBooks to, I don't know exactly what yet, but you'll look at it tomorrow. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.